So yeah,
Okay, we can talk about it.
yeah,
You're in Bahamas, right?
yes.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull up because I know I was looking at it the other day to see what the airline and do you know how much you were thinking about getting?
So I usually get, let me see, I want to see, it's like 50 pounds.
Yeah, okay.
So I usually get like 50 pounds. And that has been lasting me about maybe 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. Sometimes if it's a little slower, I want to say like maybe 3.5 weeks.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And then after that, then I have to order again because I'm only really selling in one place now, but I think it has potential to, you know, do well if, I really market it and brand it in a certain way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys have companies that create the packaging there that you could you like how are you gonna package it? And are you
So,
making there are you doing the gel, right?
no, I'm just selling a raw
Oh
thing.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not making a gel.
How are you packaging it?
So let me show you what I've been doing.
Okay, cool.
One
Let me
second.
look at the flight information. Barbados, Honduras, even go to Bahamas. They should go to Bahamas. Yes, they go to Bahamas.
Okay. I can't see anything. You can see me?
Hmm.
Okay. So it's pretty basic.
Yeah.
So this,
Hmm.
just like the basic ingredients on there.
Hmm.
So this would be like a smaller bag, and then this would be like a bigger bag. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. No, that works. And then you have the access to those kind of packaging easy.
Um, 1 second. I turn this on. Goodness, man. Sorry, I don't know how to turn. This is be giving me all type of hell.
No worries. Take your time.
Yeah.
Again about the. Mhm.
Get off camera, please. Oh, I think I found him. Yes. So, what was the question again?
Do you have access to a lot of that packaging? Like, is it expensive? Like, how much does it cost to do? Like, what's your cost on the packaging?
So the cost on the packaging is, I want to say, maybe $12 for like, I think it's 36 bags.
12 US?
Yes, 12. So I don't know if you're familiar with Bahamian and US dollars. So we're pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's the same
So
money.
that's like 33 cents a package.
Yeah.
And then you're probably paying a few cents for the stickers, right?
So the stickers for maybe 90, I think is a bit. For 90 stickers, I pay about maybe 50, $60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still not bad. That's 60 cents. So your package is like about a little over $1.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So That ain't too bad, right?
No, it's not bad, but I think there's ways to even reduce that. And if you start scaling it up and moving more of the packages,
Mm,
that reduction in the price, like if you can save even 40 cents on your packaging, right?
yeah.
How much do you sell in each of that package?
So the smaller the smaller package retails for 12. Well, I sell it to them for $12.
Okay. But
And
how much is in it?
so um like 5 ounces, 5 to 6 ounces, 56 grams, for a little more than that.
If it's 56 grams, then that's two
That's
ounces.
2 ounces. So but it's more than that. I was
Yeah.
supposed to change it. I think it's 5 to 6 ounces we put in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say six, 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 uh, 16 divided by six. That means there's two packages. I forgot what I was trying to figure out why I was asking you how much you put in the package. Oh, I wanted to see, yeah, if you reduced it by 40 cents, how many buy per pound?
You got this thing down to a science.
Yeah. Well, that's how you got to do it, right?
Honestly.
So for every two packages, you know what I mean, you would just 6 ounce, and you should try and see if you can even just measure it out properly because you're kind of like losing a lot of money there. When you scale, it
Mhm.
it's gonna be a lot, right?
So
Like,
we try to do it. Yeah, we try to do it like so for sure. Like how you were saying, package. I know I have never like how I was reading how you have like the scaling process and all of that today. I read that I think last night and maybe a few days before,
mhm,
even down to like the gel and stuff. How you have it so carefully mapped out.
mhm.
I think if I start doing that, like you say, it would be better.
Oh,
Um, because I've never had it mapped out that way, if that makes sense, like what you're saying now.
yeah.
So I definitely want to start doing that,
Mhm,
but I need to have all my ducks in a row as well,
mhm,
where, you know, I have a new supplier and I'm not certain about like the quality CMOS that I'm getting. I know I've used it myself for years, but I don't know if it's like St. Lucia type. Like I read like the gold, the purple, and the green. You know.
yeah.
So
Or and those you can, the green and the purple you can try charge a premium for it because
yeah.
they're very more rare and harder to get. And I'm sure no one will have it in Bahamas.
Oh, we don't have it. No, at all. You see it, but just a bit, not often. It's
Mm,
very.
very rare.
My question is to you: how much do you think that I would need to invest initially to see like a return, or what's a good investment amount? Because I want to say about every 3 weeks, 3 weeks to, yeah, 3 weeks, yeah, around that, 3 weeks to a month,
Mm,
I probably spend like maybe with shipping, it's 200, 300. I want to say a little bit over $500, and that's for the poundage and the shipping. Hold on, I ain't. And then I guess if I add packaging, so I want to say like maybe $600, a little over that.
hmm I'd have to check to see how much you could, because I checked just now for the airfare, and on a smaller amount, the airfare would, for 50 pounds, it would
Hmm.
be around 175 bucks. And then you would have to pick it up from the airport. And I don't know if your country would make you, like, if you'd be able to clear it yourself personally, or they would require a broker to clear the package for you.
So as long as you, what we do is probably the same thing. Do you live in St. Lucia now?
Not now, but I'm familiar with everything. Like I'm back and forth.
Okay, so just like how you probably would send your stuff to a freight forwarder in
Hmm.
the US, that's what we do.
Okay. So
And
that would probably be even cheaper.
right, so
Yeah.
it a freight forwarder, then they would ship it over to the Bahamian, like, you know, the shipping company, and then we get it from there.
Hmm.
So it's kind of complicated, but
Yeah. Because I would have just shipped it
in
to you
some it's
directly.
cheaper to do it
Yeah.
that way.
Huh?
No, I say it's kind of tedious, but in some instances it is cheaper to do it that way.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'll see. You have to calculate the shipping cost because I know, like what I just calculated, it would have been flown straight from St. Lucia to to you guys, like,
Mm,
and picked up at the airport, like we would have. I don't know if it's a direct flight or not, but yeah, it would go to you guys that way instead of doing it by. But I think I can also do it by mail. I just have to look and see because we have a mail service and it's pretty affordable. So I'll check and see, especially when it's on smaller amounts. But if you're
yeah,
doing 50 pounds every 3 weeks, I almost think it's smarter for you to do like 150 pounds every um like 3 months. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And save that and save all that shipping fee because you're paying the shipping fee every month, right?
yeah.
And it's not like the Seamoss is going to go bad in a month, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, and you're limited by what you have until you get more, right? If there's ever a delay or something like that, you know what I mean? Like,
And and that is one of the biggest problems right there. I think with the delay, and then like you say, the limit. Hey babe, all right. Yeah. So I know Zoom call by the way. Um, yeah. So
mhm.
lost my train of thought.
We were talking about the amount of deliveries and kind of like you know what I mean, lessening the amount of time you need to place an order,
Mm,
or lessening the amount of frequency that you
yeah,
need in order. Like it's better for you to, you know, because
yeah.
then you can also negotiate a better price. But then if we're shipping it directly for you, like from thing, unless you're getting like 1,000 pounds, we tend to have around the same price.
Mm,
You know, it's only when it's in 1,000 pounds and stuff that it makes sense for us to lower the rate. But even like moving it up to like for the shipping,
huh.
if you shipped anything under 100, let me go back to where I saw it here. I think it was like there's like a difference of like $2 a kilo depending on how much you ship.
Mm,
And it was something like oh, here it is. So yeah, if you do, and I could probably get some leeway about it, but like if you ship under 45 kilos, right, or under 100 kilos, it's $7 a kilo. But if you do 300 kilos, it's $5.60.
so what kilo and poundage? Because I don't know.
Okay, so it would be the difference in a pound. It would be so a kilo is what 140 here. So 2.2. So it's a difference of $3 per pound.
Okay, but no, I was asking like, what is weight in what is how many pounds in a kilo or vice versa? I don't know it.
2.2.
Okay,
Yeah. So it's like two and a quarter pounds per
okay.
per kilo. But it like okay, but if you were to do it in a pound, so 300 kilos would be 660 pounds.
660 pounds.
Mhm.
Okay. So another question is, if you were to, and how much you say 660 pounds would be?
How much would that cost?
Yes.
Um, Let me just pull up my rate for, just give you the base rate right now from our wholesale prices. It'd be like $12 US.
Ab- every kilo or what? Or
Oh, not
every
a kilo per pound.
pound?
Yeah. So it'd be 660 pounds, and the price would be $12 US per pound.
Okay.
And
600.
then you would do the shipping. And I mean, there'd be a slightly different price for the colored, but depending on the colored, we can work something out.
Yeah. Okay. That's definitely not in my budget right now.
Hmm.
Can't. I definitely can't do. Um. So what you say that's the smallest amount of CMOS you guys sell at this time.
No, that's not at all. I was not even really talking about how much seamless. The point of the conversation was to show you the difference of between getting like larger amounts and how much you could save, right? So the example was like that there would be $3 extra in per pound that you would save for the shipping cost.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Well, I
So
missed that.
it's like,
Okay.
yeah, so it's like if you added the shipping cost and everything, and it was like, let's say, I think with the shipping cost as it stands, say you were getting it at $12 a pound, it would be 15, your per pound price would go to, get the calculator here. So it'd be $12 plus the 560. Oops.
Mm,
Right? That would be your, so you end up paying like say 1760 once land and everything. But if you got
okay.
50 pounds base price that we sell at, right? 17 plus 7, it'd be a 24.
Mm,
Do you know what I mean? So do you see like the big difference? And
yeah.
when you add it up, like all across it, like it's almost like you should try to budget your stuff maybe in the future to try and buy the CMOS like once a year or twice a year. And yes, it's going to be a lot and stuff, but the amount of like you'll make more profit doing that. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
like imagine you were adding like so, and that's another thing too. You have to show is the difference of you going from 6 ounces to 4 ounces. You would almost like increase your profit by like 50% or 30%. But for example, here, so doing it at 50 pounds here, you divide it, you're making 2.6 packages
Yeah.
per thing. So your per package price would be like 9.23 based on you getting 50 pounds, shipping
Right.
to St. Lucia, paying airfare. This is like I'm sure we can work out a better price, but this is just the general numbers, right? To show you the difference between buying the stuff every month versus
Yeah.
thing. Because when you add it up, like, and I would go back and would see what you bought last year. If you
Mm-hmm.
didn't buy all that last year, you might as well buy it up front this year, right? Get a better price. And then if you need more, then you can order more before you finish out. And you might find out you might sell more because you got more pressure to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, so that's homework for me.
but so here's the difference. So at $24, say you're kind of doing it now, 50 pounds a time, then the shipping, it will be $9.23 a package.
Yeah.
At 600 pounds, you'd be getting it for $12 plus the $5.60, right? And then you divide that by 2.6, which is what you had kind of doing now. It would be $3. You know what I mean? So you'd save like about $3 difference
Yeah. Yeah.
per package, right? And if you sold 1,000 packages, that's an extra $3,000,
Mm.
right? And then at 600 pounds, saves the 660 that we calculated there from the 300. That would divide into, or sorry, would not divide, it would be 600 times 2.6. So you would make 1,017 packages. And then if you save that extra $3, that's an extra 5,000
Whoa.
into your profit that you're losing.
So,
Or that you would be gaining by buying it once a year as opposed to once every month. So
mm.
you're using because you're buying every month, and that's not even I haven't even calculated kind of like what you're spending every month on, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that would be the difference on one shipment, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's interesting, Julian.
Hmm.
I get, boy, you must have done well in maths.
Well, it's just simple formulas, right? And that's the thing to really understand what you're making, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like how much are you selling the package for?
So $12.
$12.
Uh-huh.
So $12 times 2.6, right? So you're making about $31. Let's say it's even like $32 a pound,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you did at $4, it's, you'd be making $48 a pound.
Wow.
Yeah. And so if you sold, so that minus what, 32, right? So that's 16. So say you sold, because you said, so that's 16. So you said you do 50 pounds a week, right? So,
No, not a,
sorry, none a week, sorry, every 3 weeks. So there's 56 weeks in a year divided by three. So you do about 18 shipments, right? Let's even say 17, right?
yeah.
Times 50. So over the course of the year, you buy 850 pounds,
Oh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's conservative. So then if you were to sell that 12, so 850 pounds times four equals 3,600. So that's times, and then that's times 12. So you're making over the course of the year 4,800,
What
right?
are
Huh? Or sorry, you know what? Let me go back again because I think I did that. That's how much you could be making if you did it on the. Let me do the numbers again. It was 880, right? Because you were doing 17. It was 50, 17. Let's do it again. 56 divided by 3. Yeah, it was, and then I said 17. And then 17 divided by 50. Oops, times 50. That's for the year, 850. And if you did 2.5 packages per pound, right, that means you got 2.6, right, or whatever. So that would be 2,200 packages times. $12.
You listening to this, babe? Because you need to know this too. So you be packaging these.
So approximately for the year, you're making 26,520, right? Just rough estimates, right?
Yeah,
Right? That's based on you putting 6 ounces in the package. If you were to put 4 ounces in the package, right,
yeah.
it would be 850 times four, right? Because 4 times 4 is 16, it's a pound, right?
Mm,
That would be 3,600. And then, yeah, that's how I did. And then I did times 12. So,
wow.
you know what I mean? So you're missing out on, even if you did 25,000, right? Let's round it up. You're missing on almost $16,000 a year.
Wow. Julian, you gotta be my mentor. Because
This is
what?
why this is why when scaling is important. So imagine what happens when you start doubling what you're doing or tripling what you're doing in a month.
Mm,
You know what I mean? That's just going to compound.
mm, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Because can I put we pause it there for a second and just like I kind of want to give you my vision a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Let's hear it.
So when I just started this because I just needed like well of course we all need like to have a second stream of income because I don't know if I did mention that I'm a makeup artist.
Hmm.
Time. So that was a second stream of income for me because I've always used Seamoss. I liked it. And then, it really became popular. And my brother, mother, they have a health store like teas and drinks and just all type of natural stuff.
Hmm.
So I was like, this will be a good product. So that. So after it started moving, then I was like, maybe I could do like pills. Maybe I could do all these other things, but it hasn't come to fruition yet.
Hmm.
So this is why this year, when you came out with the school, I was like, okay, I'm going to get in here because, this will help me to just actualize that
Hmm.
vision. I don't know how, but starting to see the light now. So that's what I want to do. And I definitely initially knew about the different types of sea moss, but I just couldn't get my hands on it. Um, just because of like the budgeting and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Definitely now I want to do that. So, um, definitely I don't have a supplier for that. I
Hmm.
don't know. I need to see what we could do so I could get my hands on the St. Lucian Seamoss and start scaling and really doing it the right way. Because eventually, I think it is something that I would like to put on a platform like Amazon or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should. You know what I mean? There's a lot of room to put it on a platform. I think though even it would sell a lot just in your country. You know what I mean? Like how many people are in your country?
Mm, I think locally on this island, we may have how much you think on this island, babe? In Nassau. Okay, the whole across the entire Bahamas, I think we may have like a little over 300,000 persons.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 400,000.
Yeah, you could find 1,000 people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To do that, to buy this or more, and or even just put it because there's a lot of tourists that come there.
1 second. Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah, but
Like, who's your general clientele? Is it locals that buy it or is it tourists?
what I doing? Sorry, give me 1 second.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you were talking to me again.
No. How you even turn this on? Turn it back on. Okay, the phone on. Restart it. If I use restart this, power and volume. It's Samsung. I don't know how to do these Samsung. Oh, okay. Power off. I see it. Okay. Okay. Now, what were you starting it for? What happened to the phone? Oh, okay. Yeah. So it should be up now. Yeah, when I finish, I can come over there because I on a Zoom call. Okay? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No problem. What
Oh,
are we talking about? Yeah.
sorry. Mostly people they sell to is we sell to is like tourists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think he sees like almost maybe like 200 tourists a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think you could expand it to more areas where tourists are?
Um. So I did go last year to to our port area. You know where the cruise ships come in.
Mm-hmm.
It to like a few people, but there was one lady that bit. Um. But it was like she was selling it, but like she would message me back like every maybe 2 to 3 months, and it was like a short time. But I did want to. So my brother has this thing where he has this lady who goes around locally, and she puts his tea bags in different stores. And
Mm-hmm.
so I asked her if that's something that she would be willing to do, but never got to it. So that was another idea.
Yeah, because here's the thing: if you guys are doing all those numbers, right? Because
Mhm.
he's only seeing 200 tourists. How many of the 200 tourists that he's seeing are going other places too?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? Probably not. So
Mm,
everywhere you put a place, if they have 200 tourists that are coming in, they're gonna do, you know what I mean? Like you
yeah,
got, you almost gotta expand your reach and be like how like bread is or milk. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Is in everywhere. So it's almost like you gotta identify where all the tourists are. You know what I mean? I think you just kill it right there. Just you know what I mean?
yeah,
Don't even worry about Amazon because there's no one you're competing there here.
that's true too.
You know what I mean? So you'll be the first person to get in all the stores and stuff like that. And then you can use all the money you make from that to get on Amazon and Amazon won't be a worry because you built up all this,
Yeah.
this stable business and you have the reviews and the tourists will recognize, oh, that's that place I saw in Bahamas. Now it's on Amazon.
Mm,
I don't know. That's my view. I
yeah.
You're sitting on tons of sales right in front of you.
This made me so happy. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah. Make a list of all, and even use ChatGPT. I think it might be able to help you.
Hmm.
But make a list of all the like tourist spots, or even go and follow up with this girl and start with that. That's
Oh,
a that's an amazingly, you know what I mean?
yeah,
She's like a distributor for you.
yeah, because she distributes. So she did say she would be willing to, but I gonna definitely have to have the numbers to make sure they are sitting on the shelf. So
Hmm.
I need more. I
Hmm.
definitely need more.
Hmm. And
So
then you